YouTube. Guess what I got? Fair face with you again today. Just thanks to my good friends with trailtaker.com, they loaned me a brand new Sena 10c, and I'm going to be trying it out. So this is Sena's latest and greatest when it comes to their all-in-one Bluetooth device of awesomeness and a built-in camera. So I don't know, these came out not too long ago, and I was pretty excited to get a hold of it because I actually just broke my Sena. So nothing special, SMH5, but hey, you know, what works is what works. So all right, well, let's get to some of the features of this little awesomeness, and this video is going to contain me talking about it, opening it up, showing it to you, and then I am going to do some writing with it and show you the video quality, and I'll show you the difference between the Hero 2 and it. I think the Hero 2 is probably going to be close in quality to it, but we shall see. Bluetooth 4.0. There's some cool things you can do with the audio mix while recording. You can record your music into the audio at the same time. That doesn't work for me, simply because, well, I can't have normal music on my videos, so they're awesome noise control. The universal intercom, which is good and bad, so it'll work with any of the other Bluetooth intercoms out there. It just limits you to 4 people instead of 8 with the new Sena 10s. You can also rotate the lens. I think that's pretty cool, so depending on how you have it mounted on your helmet, you can straighten it out. FM radio, voice prompt, all that cool stuff. So my only beef with this is a brand new product, and you know, you figure to be up to standards as far as the camera is concerned, but I guess when you got to combine multiple things into one unit, you got to give it up somewhere. But I'm going to show you some of the specifications. So, as you can see there, video mode includes 1080p at 30 frames per second, or 720p at 60 frames per second. So it's kind of disappointing. I was expecting with the brand new camera setup that it would be able to do 1080 at 60. So, and what I use now on YouTube is 1080 at 60. I mean at 30, sorry. And you know, the differences on YouTube are kind of hard to tell. But yeah, we'll go over some more of the features, and I'll open the box and we'll show you what's in it. All right, well, there she be. Kind of sits in there as such. Nobody cares about packaging these days. I save my boxes to everything. So, but once again, another huge thanks out to trailtaker.com, Richard and Mark. They loaned this to me. Letting Ferret Face strap a $350 device to his helmet that ain't his. Well, they've got more faith in me than I do. But so there she is. Standard kind of jog dial, usual for Sena. My biggest complaint so far is for my SMH 10. The jog dial is actually smaller. It's actually smaller than the 20S's too. So I can kind of see with gloves on it wouldn't be quite as easy to manipulate. Alrighty, quick start guide. Who needs that? No need directions for nothing. Which I'm kidding about that. Senas are generally pretty complicated things to use, in my experience, so I'll probably be sitting here studying this because, well, I've heard the camera function is actually kind of difficult to figure out how to use. And we'll go over more details of how the camera actually works later on. Cables, they even include you a car charger. Isn't that pretty cool? I guess for 350 bucks, they better, right? And then all your kind of mounting equipment that you'd probably ever need. No idea what I'm going to use yet, but guess we're about to find out. Your cords, I assume they have different kind of mic setups. Let's see here. On different kind of, my goodness, they include you everything, don't they? Awesome. It's like Christmas. some of these foamy pad-ish things. I usually don't use these because when I'm dirt biking, I like to have a little bit more flow, and I sweat a lot, and it just gets weird on these kinds of things, so we shall see. Standard Sena kind of setup. They look a little bit different than the 10s. And the regular old mount. Alright, well that's what's in the box for any and all who cared. I don't know about you, but I love opening boxes and finding stuff and kind of organizing, whatever. So we're going to go ahead and mount this to my helmet. I'll show you how I mount it up and how it looks, what I think. I probably can't even figure out how to turn it on. Probably should charge it too. Alright, well, so something cool that I just figured out is it uses the exact same wiring harness slash speaker setup as the SMH5, which is kind of funny. I just plugged right up to my existing helmet setup, so I guess I'm not even going to open up that stuff if I don't have to. But that's pretty cool. I'm excited. Really excited. So just thought I'd throw that out there. Not that anybody has SMH5s really, but kind of cool.
Alright, well, today is going to be a comparison video between the Sena 10c and the GoPro Hero 2, which I kind of felt was pretty appropriate to compare them, so but yeah, so I've got both recording right now. Stop hitting bugs. I've got both recording right now, and we'll kind of check out the quality, and you know what, I'm going to talk a little bit about the Sena 10c and how it's kind of a bitch to use. Let's just be honest about that. It's a cool device, and I like it, but it's not there yet. Sena 10c's biggest weakness to me right now is 1080 at only 30. It does do 720 at 60, but it's just not good enough for a modern day camera when you're competing with like GoPro. The Sena 10c also, to activate the camera, it isn't very accurate as to tell you when it's recording, how much time left it has, how much battery is truly left. There's no screen on the Sena 10c. So that really, sometimes you just have no idea what you got left. Ooh, Lance went down hard. You alright, man? Ooh, Lance went down hard. You alright, man?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh yeah, I recognize this. You alright, man?
Yeah.
Woo! That was a pretty gnarly fall. Someday I'll grow a couple more inches and this won't be a problem. Turn that off. Oh, there we go. Yep. Woo! Yeah. Oh yeah, I recognize this. You all right, man? Yeah. Woo! That was a pretty gnarly fall. Someday I'll grow a couple more inches and this won't be a problem. Turn that off. Oh, there we go. Yep. Woo. And somebody else hurt themselves on the Palmer Reservoir-ish ride. I'm gonna stop calling this an easy ride. Seriously. Anyway, you guys have gotten to see some action with the Sena 10c and the GoPro Hero 2. I'm pretty sure it actually recorded this time. Thank God. Wife. My wife's like, how's the ride going? Oh yeah, when you get home, take a shower. Well, looks like Lance hurt himself his knee a little bit. Not bad. He's still trucking along. But I keep saying people need to stop hurting themselves on this. But anyway, one of my biggest complaints about the Sena is is the honestly the audio kind of sucks. It does. You know, I don't know if being intercom makes the audio worse, but we'll see how it sounds, because my intercom from last time really was terrible. Sena 10c seems to be working alright for me today. We'll check out the footage. I just cleaned off the lens a little bit. So hopefully we get a little bit clearer picture coming back up some of this. Alright, I almost died on that. I remember that being as bad as it is. Alright, well. Ooh, guess we going in. Bitch, please. Well, the 10C is done for the day.
Alright guys, so some final verdicts here. I'm just going to go over quickly, you know, I know the video's running a little longer than I want, but then again I wanted to show you a little bit of what the Sena 10C could do. But my biggest things so far with it is, I like the device. It works okay, and you know, the concept is really, really cool. But the truth of it is, it's just not there yet. That's going to be my theme for this. It's just not there yet. It needs to be able to do 1080 at 60, hands down. I think that's just going to be a requirement. Any sort of action cam, when you're riding a motorcycle, you know, whether you're on the street or off-road, bouncing around, you know, I've always really felt that it needs to be at, you know, 60 frames per second. I know it's kind of, my videos haven't been. All I could afford, you know, at the time period was a Hero 2. And it's sad that, you know, I even compared it to a Hero 2, given that the Hero 2 is actually a pretty old camera. So I do think the picture quality is good. So that's not a gripe or a bitch, really. Ease of use, that's a huge thing. It's not easy to use. You got to do certain button combinations for the top here to take pictures or set it into tagging mode or to make sure that you're recording. And it's just hard to remember the sequences of which, and it really doesn't tell you all that well of, you know, what you just did. The Bluetooth side works fantastic, no complaints whatsoever. I'd have to say that, you know, just like any other Sena Bluetooth, it works real good. Um, let's see what else. You know, durability, I'd say it's pretty durable. I fell more than a few times with this. This helmet's actually done. I'm gonna be moving all my equipment to my new helmet I just got. But no, this so far, you know, I really like the concept, but it's just not quite there yet. I'm hoping Sena comes out with, you know, another model of this with some updates to it. I think that'd be really cool. Let's see. I had no. Oh yeah, that's the battery life. We'll go into that. Battery life at the most. To be honest, I think the most I got out of it was altogether between all the pieces of video was a little over an hour, and maybe about an hour and 20 minutes. Just be a little bit more on the safe side. And there's no way to remove the battery. There's no way to put another one in there. So once it dies, either you're plugging it into your bike somehow, some way, or well, you're just done. I will say when the battery dies, it doesn't completely kill it. The Bluetooth side will still work for a little bit longer until the entire thing dies. So there must be some sort of cutoff to where it no longer runs the camera. Not really sure how that works, but there's really no way to take advantage of, you know, a whole ride. I mean, the ride that I did in the video was, I mean, that's a relatively short ride. And on any other given ride, it just wouldn't work. You know, I would need more record time. I really, you know, sadly, that's just kind of how that is. So not the most positive review in the world. But, you know, I think my personal face opinion here is that you're better off spending, you know, go buy a Sena, what is it, the one of the older ones, you know, SMH10, SMH5, whatever. You know, probably the 10 is the most favorite, and they're great price, and they do everything the Bluetooth does, and spend the extra money on getting you know, a GoPro Hero 3 Black or you know, one of the new Hero 4s. Because you know, the Hero 3 Black, you can get them reasonably used for like $180, and you know, it does 1080 at 60 frames, or you know, it'll even do 4K. So, you know, this is a $350 device. They're brand new. They're, you know, and I think you could just spend, you know, a little bit more money for a much better quality product. But that being said, if you were to buy one, they're not bad. It's just, you know, I don't like living with having the helmet in the picture either. So there's another con. But it does work well. I never had it not work, I guess. I did have one experience where it didn't record properly, but otherwise, that's fair face value review for you, you know, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun. Thanks to trailtaker.com once again. Thanks to Lance for being the guinea pig in the video who crashed a couple of times. And, you know, everybody else who supports my channel, thank you as always. But that's about it for me today. Hope you guys are out there riding. Glad to have some fun. Fair face out.